Sit tight, grab your pen and papers, we'll get it going in just a jit. Sorry, I'm starting late, had a late day, man. I didn't get home at 6:30. Might have to miss my workout today, pretty salty about that. I need to turn on my bass. I got a new system in here. Fucking bass, it's too bassy. Oh shit, restarted. I forgot to do my intro. But welcome everybody. This is your boy Satoshi motherfucking Heavy in here with Sniping Trades. It's a new video, new live series to play off what we've been doing, which was sniping day trades. I decided to shorten it up a little bit, make it a little bit more cleaner. And I'm also going to start making, funneling all of these videos into one single group, or whatever you want to call it, on my YouTube, or not on Elevate Trading's YouTube. All right, and with that, let us begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh no! Damn, I haven't done this in a while. I'm kind of messed up here. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that, guys. It's been a while since I got the flow right. Alright, we'll cover this little aspect today because a few of my homies actually commented on my post on that. Not my post, but on someone's post. And let us get to the charts. Again, we'll cover that. Touch base on that right now. Yeah, as far as going so late, I know I need to do it at a better time. But I honestly really, like, in terms of views, yes, I want more views, but I don't care as long as I make money. Where's my chat box? Alright, cool. Got my chat box. It was hidden amongst a flurry of tabs. Fair and Discord, you should be in this as well. What? I hate when this does this. Just wanted to go here. Okay. What up, Paul Beasy? Hey, what's up, brother? So, start with BTC. Sorry, it's been a while. I've just been super focused on this, nailing, getting better with my group, making sure things are on the right side with us. We'll take it to the mid frame. I want to talk about this real quick. Okay. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I know usually we just talk about intraday time frame, intraday trades, but the time we usually do this at is more appropriate. We would have gotten into this trade or right there. Like I said, I ran this late. I just got home late. My apologies. So we're not going to really do the day trading aspect thing. But all I know for right now is that we're going to go lower, and we're most likely going to break these lows here, in my opinion, at some point. When I see this structure, it's very hard to denote it as anything else but bearish. Bearish meaning going down. It's gonna has a likelihood of breaking down. Gosh, damn it! Oh, I hate when my. This is why I got a brand new i9 99K processor. I can't wait to install so this lagging shit would stop. It's like a slight lag. You guys can't see it, but I can see it, and it fucking drives me insane. So again, just delete all this shit. See that lag right there? That bothers me. Ooh, that bothers the fuck out of me. I don't know why. So deleting all unnecessary stuff we don't need anymore. Alright. I seem a little zoomed out too. Okay, when I see this structure, man, I cannot, as a pattern trader, wave trader, I cannot denote this from this high point to this low point. Whether you deem it this the bottom or this the bottom, I cannot denote this as anything else but impulsive from this high to this low. So with this idea, we know that for every one impulse, you're going to get a correction, and at least by a bare minimum, another impulse. The corrective phase usually happens in 3 drives, and usually a sideways choppy and very lethargic and boring. What do we have here? Pretty much exactly that, right? One could denote a very clear WXY here. I initially had this as 1, 2, 3, a 4 right here, ending here, then 5. But to me, this works a little bit better. Both ideas, though, denote that this pattern is most likely concluded from this high point and we're breaking lower. Okay. One way we judge this is by momentum. Momentum is pretty bearish on RSI. Let's look at the daily momentum real quick. Daily momentum is hanging on for dear life. If this breaks lower and is able to exit this channel, notice how the channel, whenever you're inside this channel, the inner channel, you tend to not really do anything. Once you break it, though, that's when volatility happens. And I personally think that this is going to start trending red in the next day. I think this is going to, as soon as if this breaks that low and closes lower, this will turn red. And at that point, it'll initiate that this idea has a high chance of being true. Not only that, when you look at your SSRSI right here, we're wanting to push up, but price didn't really do anything. Right? Didn't really do anything. Yes, it's not a divergence of any sort, but notice how we're, if you're talking about ranges, here's a high, here's a low. Right? Here's a high, here's a low. Oh, they both kind of do the same thing. They're both rejecting at 618. It's a very common reversal area. So, as a lower time frame trader, how do we trade this? How do we possibly get in on this trade? Because entering here, risky as fuck. Why? We've been on a downtrend since this high point. 4 hours reset. We have maybe like a possibly hidden divergence, which is true. This is a hidden divergence. Right. So, this is what I'm thinking is going to happen on a lower time frame, guys, over the next 24, 48 hours. I think this is an included impulse to the downside. We're about to rally for an ABC. We need to break this low for me to say that this is confirmed. As soon as this low is broken, I'm going to look to close out on any shorts I've been in, just in case, as an intraday trader. And I'm going to see and wait on the reaction, see what happens. Zoom in here. And at 13 minutes apart, like the lowest time frame, I like to do Elliott wave on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This right here, no doubt about it, that this move here, from this high to this low, is corrective. So this actually might be this instead. Took the hourly. Hourly is pretty much reset, so I think this might be like actual count. It's very choppy and kind of hard to really gauge this, guys. A, B, C. I'm thinking overnight we're gonna rally. Let's look at NYCOB. NYCOB is bearish. Closed low, rallied high. That was a great entry if you got on the bearish bias for NYCOB. But I think it's going to rally again and attack this high overnight. So let's mark this level real quick. The reason why I'm thinking this is because this, from this high to this low here, I want to say it's all one. One may argue that this here to here is your move. In terms of time, does it work? Not quite. We look for a reversal starting here. In regards to time. And if we even throw it here. So time says we shouldn't break down yet, that we need more time to correct, and I'm kind of with that agreement. The way this little move here looks like it's A and a B and a C. It doesn't look like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we break this low and we start cascading, yes, I'm just going to hold on to the short. But this is how I'm going to play it. I'm in a short, right? The idea is that we could rally up higher like this, right? Deuce, 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 deuce. In which this will be a sell. This will be a hard sell, right? As soon as this high breaks, we're looking for sells, right? And it will be confirmed with the hourly being topped out, divergences. The 13-minute will have play a regular divergence between this high and that high, but your hourly will be topped out here and have like a hidden divergence from like this high to that high. So watch the hourly to confirm it, right? When we zoom in here, I guarantee the 5-minute held us pretty well in terms of momentum from shifts. So I'm going to use the 5-minute to judge what I'm to do. If the 5-minute flips on me, if we regain 21 and it goes to a buy, I'm going to close this position. And I'm going to be hoping and praying that it gives me a second opportunity to get on a better entry. Because I shorted, you know, this, like I told you guys, I opened the chart late. I did not get to open the chart up during NYC close because I was busy doing a stupid electrical shit. And I didn't get to short until this moment here. And so I have to be very mindful that I didn't get in at a good point. I have to manage myself very appropriately. That's why I only went partial. My entry was it wasn't that good, and it wasn't confirmed at all. It was semi-confirmed on this lower time frame, but we're looking for this 13-minute to totally roll on us, and it actually did there. So the 13-minute and 5-minute are both in tandem here. That's why I'm gonna hold on to this. I'm not gonna try to trade this. Yes, my idea is that we could pop up. Yes, we could do it, but I'm not willing to risk this. We're so close to this low. The general idea on a higher degree is that we're going to go lower. So I'm not really interested in longing anything unless I'm going to be around on the computer to watch it. But I'm very interested in shorting anything, especially anything that rallies, breaks its high. NYCOB's bias is bearish today. Yes, we rallied to the high side and broke to the high side, but look what happened as soon as we broke to the high, we broke lower. We broke even beyond the 786, which is our level that we look for in regards to impulses. Since we broke to 786 to the downside, we cannot label this move from this low to this high as an impulse. So we know for almost certain that no matter what, that at a bare minimum, either this is the end or it's part of the end. Okay? So watch that 5-minute momentum. If it shifts on us, I'm going to get out of this position. And then I probably won't long it, but the criteria, as soon as this all flips positive, you could get in. Okay? You have to wait for RSI to agree. You don't worry about this. Let's go to ETH. But that's the primary thesis, guys. The idea. I don't know exactly what's going to happen after this sell happens, but if this happens and it is a sell, two things I'm going to be watching for. One, we're going to come here, break this low, rally up, chop up like this, break down one more time, and then monster rally right there. Which I honestly think this is going to happen because time-wise, this here is the time we need to correct in order to say it's in a valid correction. Or else we're just accelerating to the downside in a way that is just unnatural, and that means that we are in a very dangerous place. But that only happened one time. That was coronavirus crash. I literally started breaking lows quicker than it should have been, and that's when you start accelerating. And that's when I told the entire group, like, yo, this is going down. I don't know where and how and why, but it's just going down. So same aspect. If we just start breaking these lows and just keep breaking lows before we hit this and can't rally higher, I'm going to be very scared. But for now, I'm thinking this. Something like this. Something that's going to be super hard to fucking trade. It's going to come, break this low, have a monster bounce, but it's going to be a correction. It's going to sell off lower. People are going to get super bearish, and this is going to be a buy. It's going to rally high, end up being a sell though here, and then this is when everybody's going to get caught on the wrong side, right there. Secondary idea, if you haven't seen it on my Twitter, is that this is, well, no matter what, I don't care what, we could label this either way. Either way, it depicts that this is a high breaking off and we're doing something in terms of a correction or a bearish aspect. So either it's going to do that correction where it comes here, B wave, C, A, B, C, and we rally higher for another C wave. So A, B, C. Or it's just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then it'll finish the C wave for an A, a B, and a C. And an ABC, two waves will always mimic each other in time or very closely. And it's usually A and B. And C is usually quick and fast. But again, see where, if you label this A, this is literally right in the area where you say B wave should end. Right in the zone. Actually better because it took longer than the 1-to-1, which is what you normally look for B wave. So if this is to happen, this move will be very fast. We'll break this low, rally, reject the low. We would not SFP this low, reject this low, and rally on drop lower to 21,000-ish, 20,000-ish. Retest old highs. Okay, so that's Bitcoin. Lower time frame, we're looking for this. Watch that 5-minute momentum. Let's go to ETH. So ETH is fucking weird. Really weird. Really, really weird. At first, from when we started impulsing up, I was like bullish, which we caught it pretty good. A few good moves to the upside. But as time is progressing, man, it is getting very complex and confusing. That's why I'm kind of with the idea that Bitcoin's in the weird corrective thing I'm talking about. Not this. This is a major C wave downward. I don't think it's going to happen this quickly. I think it's going to do what Bitcoin likes to do, is just fuck people, be super confusing, do this, and rally up higher, create a larger channel like that. That's what I think is going to happen. To the matches what Ethereum's doing. To me, this if you're going to say this is A, this is B, and this is C, this rally in wave 4 rallied into this pocket of wave 2, invalidated that idea. Secondly, this just, it doesn't look like that to me. It just does not. And so when I look at this, man, I see an impulse up. I see a corrective B wave, 3-wave drive, followed by a 5-wave down move that should have rallied us higher, but we failed. We started correcting more. And remember when I told you guys this morning, I was like, watch for an X wave to develop. So whenever you have enough time and complexity to say that your pattern is complete, which this was enough time and complexity, it did a 3-way drive. That was enough in complexity for sure. Perfect in complexity, right? Time wise, it probably was there too. Right there. Hit a low right within the 1-to-1 we searched for. Within the 1/3. Look how close it was. There's a low. Here's within that 1/3 right here. That's how close it was. So at that point, that's why I was able to deem this low enough in regards to time and price to say that we should have rallied higher. At this moment, we should have rallied higher. We had enough time and complexity to say we rallied higher. And this is 1, 2, 3. But we started correcting more. And that happens every now and then when the market isn't ready, needs more liquidity, more complexion. And that's why I was like, watch for this X wave to develop today. And so I drew out this. We look for X wave to end in this little area right here. Look how textbook that is, guys. You literally cannot draw that up any better than that. Any better than that. Literally not better than that. You cannot draw this better than that. This is an X wave. This is a WXY. We're about to be in a WXY. This is a WXY. We're gonna come down like this. We're gonna roll right here, bounce, and roll over. And it'll be buy. And I think when this happens, I think Bitcoin is gonna do this stupid thing and just. Well, we'll see. We'll see. It's just so complex. So Bitcoin makes me really worried. Ethereum makes me hopeful. So we're just going to continue playing these lower time frame trades until the higher time frame really, really starts showing us a direction. Right now, Bitcoin seems like it wants to go lower. Structurally, it's hard to not say Bitcoin does not go lower. But not like, it doesn't mean like it's going to go fucking to like significantly, extremely bearishly lower. To me, this is fine. This is healthy. This is like fucking amazing. To me. So, I don't know. Just depends on who you are, I guess. But I cannot denote this in any other way besides this, that Bitcoin seems like it wants to go lower. And beyond that moment, I don't know what's going to happen. Alright. So if you have any last minute, if you have any question concerns about these two charts, please let me know. I'm going to start wrapping it up. There's not much else to talk about when it comes to these two things, but I do not also want to trade any other coins but these two because the market is in a point where it almost has a sense of that bear market feeling, kind of like that, after that 2016 crash, how that felt. Well, when it comes to that type of environment, it's very hard to make money. Very hard. It takes extreme skill, practice, and discipline. And not many people will be able to survive a bear market. Most people don't. Most people quit and leave. But all I'm trying to get at is like, when it comes to the bull market versus bear market, in the bear market, you have to be very strict and mindful of your positioning, how much you're risking, what you're risking on, and also the pair you're on. Because if Bitcoin dictates the entire market, essentially, you're almost on a double-edged sword when you play in alts, besides Ethereum or like Litecoin. Because you can get here both ways. If Bitcoin rallies higher, that alt might die. If Bitcoin goes down, that alt might die. That's the unfortunate thing about bear markets, is that it is really a hit or miss when it comes to picking an alt to trade. Because just because Bitcoin's bullish doesn't mean that the entire ecosystem is going to be bullish in the bear market. It just means the top 3 will be bullish, and that's based on experience. So for me, I'm not willing to trade alts until more bullishness comes out, or I find a point on a chart that makes sense, that we're closer to the end of whatever we're in than not. I think we're in a giant corrective something. So this is 1, 2, this is 3, 4, and this is 5. I think, honestly, Cred was probably right, unfortunately. This is probably 1, this is probably 2, this is probably 3, this is probably 4. don't think it'll get that low. This retraced 70, 88%, 78%. So this should not retrace anywhere close to that. This should stay above the 0.5, or if not, just tag it. Which that's a very strong level of confluence here. I know this is kind of messy in the middle, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete this for now and show you what this idea looks like. Okay. This, man, I don't know what kind of corrected. I want to say it's steep because it goes steep, but it ends up ending sideways. This is like a B, C, D, E diametric type thing. And they're like, you can't have a triangle and wave too. It's diametric. I feel like that's different. And then really hard. I think this will be the low though, because when it comes to system wave compatibility, especially between 2 and 4, it has to be within 1/3 in price and time, but not both. Just with one. So this is already within 1/3 in price, as noted by this right here. But not in time. But this means that since we already hit enough in regards to price, we don't need to correct any longer. All we have to do is finish a pattern off that makes sense. If we didn't hit the 38 level, like say if we only hit the 28 level, which is up here, and like we're up here, I would be more on the idea that if we were to break down, we would correct more, like this. But since we already hit the 38 level, I'm more with the idea that as soon as this pattern ends, this is the buy of a lifetime. This is going to rally higher for wave 5. Wouldn't this be fucking God fucking just textbook Bitcoin? Head and shoulder of a lifetime, breaks down, but then Bitcoin just rallies and just crushes everybody who shorted this head and shoulder. I honestly think Bitcoin's going to do that shit. That's my idea. Now it's just about timing everything and trusting it and just really just really studying and making sure you follow your fucking plan. That, I cannot tell you how many times not how many times, but in the past where I didn't follow my plan and I was just so salty that I just didn't follow my plan. One of them was this buy here. I bought this low with the idea that this is at a bare minimum an ABC, but you know, it's a higher time frame trade. You know, that takes forever. You know, that C-waves can take forever. So how could I possibly, you know, that's a growing confidence and time in the game and growing skin in the game. That's where that all comes from. Hopefully one day I'll be able to trade a higher time frame like that. I think the only reason why I don't do that is because I don't have $1 million to throw out like that. You know, I'm only trading with nothing insane. Nothing insane at all. It's a very mindful account. But this is a primary thesis, so nothing is going to happen. I do not know exactly how, where, when, why, but I think this is going to happen. This looks like a corrective 3-wave rally. I cannot see that any other way but a 3-wave rally. 1, 2, 3. It's just like I cannot see that in any other way. There's no way I can't. As a wave trader, I see 3 waves. And so when you see 3 waves, that's a signal that there's most likely a continuation of the prior trend. The prior trend was down. Alright. So that's essentially it, guys and girls. If you have any last minute questions or concerns, it's your time to ask them. I think we covered everything I needed to cover. I talked about everything I needed to talk about. Sorry if I was a little back and forth on the charts. I know I need to stop doing that, but sometimes it's kind of have to, I feel like. So, yeah. Been streaming for about 30 minutes on a dot. Perfect. Literally perfect. So this is your time to please ask me any questions or concerns. Or if not, I'm going to get out of here in the next 5 minutes or so. Probably less. Alright? Alright. By the way, if you're new to trading, I just released a brand new free indicator. Shit. It's called divergence. Any oscillator. It was a playoff. A homies call that had basically the same thing almost, but his color codes are different. I have the settings a little bit different as well. I was going to put SRSI bands in the background as a one you could choose right off here, but I couldn't code it into it. It wouldn't let me. So that's unfortunate. Oh yeah, I'll make the alerts possible if it's like person asking for alerts. I'll make the alerts possible. But this free indicator is so powerful at helping you understand what a divergence is and how impactful they can be on a chart. I don't know why I stopped there. I'm not willing to trade it. Oh shoot, I forgot to... Hold on, I didn't do this stupid thing. Gosh damn it. You get all my stuff back. Okay. Come back into this chart. We can delete this now, yes. The way these two bars look, that sell bar and that sell bar, makes me not want to believe this anymore, but I will definitely keep this idea open and be on that, watching that 5-minute time frame and momentum. I'm not willing to trade this because my higher degree idea is the downside, and I cannot counter trade my higher degree ideas unless there's confirmation on a lower time frame on entry. So unless this, it's about it's like an hourly to 4-hour type of a chart here, and pattern. So if this 5-minute could flip bullishly for me, I'll get in that trade, but it needs to. It'll be red, 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 right? And then right here it'll probably go blue. And at that point, you could confidently say, right here you could get in a trade that this idea is most likely going to come true. But you can't right here. We don't know. We have no idea. It's a guess. It's totally guessing. Once momentum shifts in a direction, we have a better understanding and more confidence that our idea is true. Because just look at history, dude. Just look at history and what momentum does once it shifts. Yes, there's times where it goes back and forth. But how often or not where it just does not do that. It just stays. Once the pattern... Once the correction, the pattern is complete, the impulse stays red or blue, always. In the corrective phase, it'll be chop suey, like this, chop suey. But as soon as the impulse starts, it's just all green, right? As soon as the impulse starts, it's all red. But you have to understand, this is where the pattern trading kind of is helpful in times, but only understanding of corrections. You don't need to understand counting waves. You just need to understand when the correction is, and when you shouldn't try to trade it, and when you most likely have a breakout in an impulse. Timing, that's hard, but everything is about time. Time. And even timing with NYCOB. That, in my opinion, is the most important thing. Timing with NYCOB. But, anyways. Yes, Chris Hero, I can expect a rally to 34,000. Am I guessing it's going to happen? No. I'm not going to say it's going to. I'm guessing we're going to go lower. That's it. If this rolls on me to the upside, I will have no choice but to close partial. This is how I normally manage these scenarios. Once price starts pushing against my direction, my entry, but still within my idea, So this is like this right here. If we go higher, it's still held within my idea that we can't push higher because time says we can, and time says we should, right? And so what I do is, as soon as it flips like right here, I'll close at least 50% of what I have, and then hedge myself. I'll buy like as long as the price is lower than the entry price of my short, I will hedge, and not just like next, not like right there, not like smack dab lower, not like that. It has to be like my short's from right here ish. My long will have to be like from down here. That's why in here you earn the money both ways, and you have a chance to really manage yourself very appropriately. But you have to understand that hedging yourself gets you in trouble, and you have to be very, 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 very strict and quick to cut losses on hedges. Because if you don't, well, your win on your short, it's not going to be anything anymore, right? Because now you're just making up for what you lost, right? So that's why I reduce my position size, because the idea is that we're going to push higher, and then that's why if it does push higher, the reduction on that will make it so this position completely recovers that and makes me money once we get to the high side. Once we get to the high side, close partially of this position, because you never know that this idea could still be true. Close partially on this position, and then add back into this position with a short. Partial. Only partial, because we don't know what's going to happen after this. We assume this will happen at this point, and we assume that it's going to break down beyond that point. But we need confirmation in order for us to really get in fully on this short and get out fully on this long. And how do we confirm things? 5-minute OG Chevy. Wait for it to flip bearishly with momentum, and as soon as the 13-minute goes for a sell on OG Chevy with a red square, you know for almost certain this is going to be true. Alright, guys and girls, that's about it. It's 9 o'clock now, so I'm running for another 10 minutes. Good little talk today. If you found this stream helpful, beneficial, insightful, anything of that nature, please drop me a comment, a like. Tell me what you want more of, tell me what you hate, and be sure to make sure I look at those, and I'll fix whatever that is. Alright? Alright, and then until next time, which will be on Thursday. Today's Thursday, holy shit. Sunday. We'll try to get Sunday, but I have a lot of stuff going on this weekend. I have a lot of stuff going on in my life right now. It's just hectic as fuck right now. Hectic as fuck. Hectic as fuck. Stressing like a motherfucker. That's for sure. And not with trading. Trading is going good. Group's going good, but like just have so much shit going on outside of life right now. It's kind of crazy. Anyways, thank you, family. Thank you, team. Thank you, everybody who's joined this. We'll get this rolling Sunday. Hopefully, I'll be sure to post a tweet on Twitter whether or not it's going to happen or not. All right. So again, make sure you manage yourself appropriately. Make sure you never risk more than you're willing to lose. And understand that anything you put up, you're already willing to lose. That's just the basis of trading. That's why they say never trade with what you need to take home with. There's another term of that, but you know what I mean. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. Your boy, Satoshi motherfucking heavy. Signing out. Till next time. See you Sunday, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Be safe. Peace the fuck out.